Hello everyone, this is Stuff. You're watching Stuff HD, and today I want to talk a little bit about my, here it is, my M2 MacBook Air base version. Yeah, let's talk about that. So the main reason that I want to talk about this computer is because, and no, by the way, I'm not gonna clean it up or show you all this nice video of the laptop. There's plenty of YouTube videos out there with that. I'm not trying to sell you this. I'm just kind of letting you know why I bought it and what I think about it. Spoiler alert, I enjoy it a lot. The main thing that I wanted to mention is that I have M1 Max or Ultra MacBook Pro 14-inch. I forget which one is the Ultra and which one is the Max, but like I have what I call a real editing laptop. So I did not buy this to do any video editing. I could do some basic video editing on it. I could certainly do some photo editing, but it's not for that. I bought it mostly for carry around computers, so that mostly for all the server stuff that I do. I have a home lab here at home. And I, sometimes I just want to be able to log into my server and do whatever. So that's why I bought this laptop. However, when I was doing research for the laptop, there's a lot of YouTubers out there that are telling you, like, do not buy the base model. Like, spend more money and get the 512 gigabyte version. Like I can understand if you're planning on buying this for video editing, but at the same time, it's like, okay, if you really want to do more advanced stuff, maybe you shouldn't be buying an Air. Maybe you should be, upgrading to a Pro. To me, the MacBook Air is just for lighter stuff. Yes, indeed. Apple did put a slower hard drive in it, a slower SSD on the 256 gigabyte model. That is true. Do I notice it? No, I really don't. Everything that I try doing on it is perfectly fine. Are things taking a second or more longer? I don't know. I'm not measuring this. And that's my point. Like, most of the time, if you wanted a MacBook Air, you're probably not doing like super hardcore stuff. You'll be fine with the base model. Like, you don't have to upgrade. Yeah, if you have the extra money, then go ahead and upgrade. But I don't think it's a super necessary thing to do. So the laptop, for me, it's nice. It's an upgrade from the M1 MacBook Pro that I had. Probably not. It's probably around the same. The one thing that I do love is that, I do have the fingerprint reader. I honestly don't remember if my M1 MacBook Pro had it. But I also really enjoy having the F keys again up here instead of that touch bar. That touch bar was pretty useless for me. I did not like it. I prefer the F keys. I like the fingerprint reader. And another thing, this is the main thing that I love. The fact that, can we, there we go. The fact that it's got the MagSafe, well, we had it for a little bit. There it goes. With the M1 MacBook Pro that I had, the 13-inch, you just had the two USB-Cs. So if you wanted to keep it charged, one was always being used for charging. So, it got annoying at times. So I like knowing that I can charge it and still plug in a couple of USB-Cs. So aside from that, I mean, it is so thin and light. I love this laptop. Now, the main reason that I bought it, like I told you, is to be able to log in, mostly like SSH into my servers, which you don't need any real processing power. I'm sure I'll be doing some Photoshop stuff on it too, and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's gonna be very light stuff. I did originally want to just get a Windows laptop, but I didn't want to spend too much money. So, like, I ended up getting I ended up getting this Victus gaming laptop, and it was like $500, I think. You can see how much is being used. It was like $500, and yeah, it's a pretty nice laptop, powerful enough. But then I was like, this thing is huge. This thing is just too big for me to be carrying around. It doesn't even fit in my little bag. And the main issue that I have with that one is this fan. The fan is basically always on, and it has this little hissing, whistling noise that is not super loud, but you hear it, and it gets annoying. It gets annoying to have that constantly going on. There is something in the BIOS that you can do to turn off the fan from being always on, but it still turns on a lot. So I was like, I don't like it. This is not going to work for me. I kept it because I'm like, it's still, a decent gaming laptop if I want to go somewhere. So I decided I'll keep it. I'm sure I'll make use of it. But then I ended up buying another HP laptop, which I don't have with me. It was a nice 14-inch laptop. Size-wise, it was great. It had a Radeon 550 something, 5700 or something like that. Processor, processor-wise, it was great. Plenty of power. It was very nice. It was like $400. I like all the internal stuff. I like the fact that I was able to upgrade it from 8 gigabytes to 16 gigabytes by myself. And I like the fact that if I wanted to, I could have upgraded the SSD on it. What I did not like, once again, was the fans. The fans would be constantly coming on. And that's a problem. When you buy cheaper laptops, you can definitely buy cheaper laptops and get a great performance. But the build quality is going to suffer. Not only were the fans constantly going on, the computer just feels cheap. So eventually, I was like, I'm not really feeling this one. So then I started looking at the idea of getting the Surface Pro, not the Surface Pro, the Surface Laptop Go 2. But then that one was going to be like $600. And I was like, you know what? In the end, what I'm really trying to get to is going back to the M1 MacBook Pro that I had. But then I started looking at at these. And, I decided, what? Screw it. I'll just spend more and get what I really want. Which is something like this. This thing feels great. It doesn't have a fan, so I'm not going to have that problem. And just overall, I'm happy with it. I did buy this one as an open item. That is why, I really didn't want to spend too much more over $1,000. And this happened to be $1,000 as an open item. So it was a base version. At first, I was like, do I really want the base, or should I just go ahead and spend the $1,300, I think, on the 512 gigabyte? But no, I decided to go with the base, and I've been very happy with it. So if you're thinking of buying M2 MacBook Air, and you're, trying to decide, again, if it's going to be your only computer and you can afford it, then yeah, sure, by all means, go for the 512. But if you have again, what I call a real computer at home, and you just want this as a little backup, as a little something to carry around, then by all means, go for the 256. You're probably not going to notice any difference. It's gonna be seconds. So anyway, that's all I can really think of telling you about this. If you have any questions about this, feel free to ask me. I'll be happy to answer them. But yeah, I just wanted to say it's good. I like it. All right, I'm out of here. Yo, take care. Bye.